Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at Michigan for race 23 of the season. Take a look down qualifying. And back up we go. This is going to be one interesting race today. Rogan 99 on pole. The pace car is in. The 42 drivers led to the start of the race by the number 42. We are green, green, green. To kick off the Firekeepers Casino 400. Looking at already going down the inside, blocking them, going into one. 4 wild start. Oh! A hard hit to the outside wall. Kasane Teto is destroyed. Ado with heavy damage. Lap 1, turn 1. And that's already a yellow. That was a hard hit back there. Let's pull up. Actually, let's not pull up the live ticker here, as we're already going to have a yellow. Brogan's going to lead him there. And I think we know what that one's for. Kasane Teto is destroyed. Already you see it. 4 wide into turn 1. Not really the best strategy here. The aggression all the way tuned up. And Teto heads it into the wall. Absolutely killed. Nick Breeding also sustaining heavy damage to the crash. Ado appears to be smoking. That was not related to crash damage. That was a mechanical failure of her own volition. And then the hard hit to the 41 into that outside wall. That's just an absolutely fat-ass hit. Take out that car early. We see a mixed cycle of pitting right now. This is interesting. Very first lap. So, seeing some drivers come in. You take a look at those who are in. Brogan and anyone you see here take their opportunity to pit. But track position beneficiaries, guys like Zentz, Jake, Toad Warrior, Puck, Born Ready, Canadian Lux, KSS BSS, RS the Anime Guy, Craig Newhouse, and Beach Brutus. All staying out. Derek Hamill, the first one of the pitted drivers to make their way on the track. Right now we see 5 laps completed already. Those 2 drivers out of the race. Nick Breeding still in this thing. He's in 40th right now, despite the contact. Flush hit to the wall. Zentz, he's trying to get a very important win here. If a top 10 stayed out, as we take this field back to the green, green, green flag. Let's kick off the Firekeepers Casino 400 properly this time. At the very least, they won't try and kill each other 4 wide. But right now, of the pitted drivers, Derek Hamill and Cilio Willie, the first 2 to the restart. Hamill is already making a move on Beach Brutus. One of our fancy drivers getting good hang time, trying to stay out. Born Ready's got himself a position to be made. And Toad Warrior's got himself around the inside. He is looking for second. Chris Puckerboy holding off top 5 right now. He's got RS the Anime Guy kind of helping him around right now. See, the tire bark still fresh in these drivers' minds. They do not want to make the same mistake. Looking at, you see Nick Breeding with those front end repairs. He is not going to be that fast all day. Speaking of fast, Hamill's got himself something with this 8 car. Looking to make passes on KSS BSS Craig Newhouse. Trying to get around here for the works. when it comes to track position. Code Warrior still second, kind of trying to take the toe from Zentz around the corners, but down the straights, looking with help from Born Ready to get a good on entry. 77 to the outside. They're pushing kind of 2x2 grid. Down the front, the 77's push is going to be stronger. Looking for the advantage. Trying to help Zentz, but also help himself to the second. And this is still going to be strong. The Aero Wars are insane at this track. Chris Puckerboy is trying to make the inside work. They've gotten it sorted out a little bit back there. RS, the anime guy, currently sitting in 6th right now. Looking for a way around here, but if he's got the 9 on the inside, that might let him just lose a position, kind of hanging that outside there. Now Puck also a little bit slow on exit there as well. I think when you have the inside and the outside lanes both be slow, that creates a little bit of a breakaway for the top 4. Hamill's looking to get around here. I think we see both Mizzou and Ringo. These are both drivers that I believe pitted on that first stop. 78 up on the outside. When they get side by side in front of you like that, it becomes difficult to find a line around. Toad Warrior still looking for that lead. He's not going to get it, though. Still single file near the front. Let's look midfield right here. That one, Racer, currently sitting in the 20th spot. And these drivers that pitted, I think they might go a little bit longer than those that stayed out. Looking at all these midfield darlings. Exo Tiger currently running 26th. Just hoping the strategy pays off from where you are right now. Brogan's pretty far back. Angel Madfield's pretty far back, currently 36th. Ben D. Straw's kind of lost contact a little bit. So is Terry Balea. Nick Breeding very slow back there. As Toad Warrior's got himself up front. 91 to the lead. And the leaders individually, they're kind of getting spaced out right now. It's going to create a little bit of a long run dynamic between the drivers. I think that's what they're looking for right now, just getting this thing to the finish. Wyatt Junkman and a few others, they're getting around the 34. Craig Newhouse struggling to hold some spots as he's got himself up on the outside. And when they get trained up around you on the inside, that's going to be positions lost. Toad Warrior, Zentz, still side by side. Zentz gets that lap. Neither driver letting him have it. I think Zentz has a really good car and a shot to win. But Toad Warrior is making this as difficult for him as possible. As he should. All the drivers getting into the corner of the inside lane, looking pretty good. 77 of Jake trying to leverage a little bit of help from behind. Seeing what he's got could certainly be a good choice to make here. Hamill, he's got Portbot not that far behind him. Port also came in down pit road with this 8 team. So these two are going to be ones to look out for. They've gotten down to the inside, both of them. Can they get past the 2 is the question. Do not believe that Port will, but Hamill's giving it a shot. Back there, I think that's Wyatt Junkman is looking for a spot in the top 10. 3 wide into the corner. Hyperdrive is going to get that position. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Everything is still zigging and zagging. The top four have kind of pulled away here. RS, the anime guy, looking for fifth. They got a little bit of help down the inside. Giving that push, getting the 11 into a good position. Just looking for a little bit more here, as plenty of these drivers have that underdog potential to really shake up the playoff grid. Hamill running 8th is a really good run for him right now. Just kind of calculate those points back to the 60 team is going to be very important going forward. Do not want to give up at any position inside the top 10 if possible. Just keep the defense going, and good points days will come. Hopefully that playoff spot comes with. But Toad Warrior 75 leading this thing around. He's got himself out front. Not quite sure how much this is going to go for him here. Did have those caution laps to help out a bit, but at the same time, there's going to be quite a bit of this race determined on pit road. Oh, look at a very suboptimal corner by Zentz back there. Toad pulling the gap. Looking good so far. The 88 trying to just get this thing to the front best he can. Seeing what that team has as they're coming up on Nick. The 54 is about to go lap down here. So it's going to be a very tough maneuvering around that slower traffic. See what Toad has coming up on exit. Cuts down to get around Nick. That's exactly what they need to do here. The top 2, top 3 get on by. And even Born Ready making the move here. Chris Puckerboy's got himself in 5th. RS, the anime guy, in 6th. Both these drivers looking for just top 10 good runs. The potential upset win. Hamill's trying to cut through. Keep Port behind him. I think Hyperdrive as well. As this 8 is in a very peculiar position, both on track and in the points. Coming down the front stretch, 3 wide. Hyperdrive's not going to force anything stupid, but he's going to give a little bit of help to Port. Get that 16 around. And that team is looking good so far. They are eyeing that playoff spot and a Rookie of the Year lead. And they can turn their season around after the bad luck they've had. And it's going to be tough to stop in this team. They're coming up on Nick. Nick's going to go middle there. RS, the anime guy, getting a little bit of bad juju from this team, as the inside is going to go significantly better here. Nick running the outside momentum, try to get past Hyperdrive, but you see Wyatt Junkman, he's going to bail on that lane and get himself down to the inside. Now they're going to put him 3 wide top. That's going to be significant for getting around Nick, but now we got green flag pit stops kicking off. Drivers coming in. Toad Warrior, drivers among them. As now it is actually Chris Puckerboy leading this thing around. And now looking, if you're the 11, you're out there and you're like, what the heck? They're pitting now. I got to get myself down to the inside. Slightly suboptimal run for the 11 there in those last few laps. But at the same time, what else can you really do about it? Puck's going to pit. RS, Ringo, Mizzou, Nick, they're all in this time. Hyperdrive leading this thing around. That'll be the first of those drivers that pitted coming out. Jake, Toad, Bourne, they're trying to really integrate themselves in the front there. When that lap 1 caution happened, they stayed out. I think Hyperdrive and this gang are going to come down pit road. I think a lot of them all coming in. Duke stays out, and maybe a few others as well. I think those are drivers that are already pitted. So it's Team Duke and Ezery. That's about the two drivers that stayed out. Everyone else came in. So a 21 leading the lap here. I do believe this is what's going to bring Team Duke down pit road. This time by. He's on the brake pedal. He's coming in. Ezery's already down low. He's coming in this time as well. Side by side, Jake and Toad Warrior dueling going into one. Seeing how that plays out for him. Getting right on around Hyperdrive. I think that's the top two. They just got to get past Duke and Ezery, and they'll be the leaders. So some drivers winning down pit road, others losing down pit road. Born in Canadian Lux. It's still about 30 laps to go, so it's essentially impossible to make it. I think I would say 24 laps is about the theoretical limit here. So if a caution were to come out around lap 31, then that would be the sweet spot. The top four are all on an island right now. Did we under caution? I think we're under caution. We are under caution. I believe the 77 is going to lead us back to the yellow flag this time by. I think everyone got their stops in, so caution's out. Now, what for? Oh, it's a war zone down in 1 and 2. Oh, hell. All hell has broken loose. Oh, Port. Oh, no. Port had a bad stop. He was already coming down off pit road 1 lap down. And he just gets hooked into oncoming traffic by Ezery. And he's going to take big impact by Mako. Oh! Beach Brutus is going to hit Mako as well. RS, the anime guy, is going to get pretty banged up by that. Goforth misses. Nick's going to ram into it. Port's flip still isn't over. Oh, Tiger Man gets a piece of it. The C's part for Hamill. That's going to be one of the most consequential wrecks here. Terry Bollea's involved. What in the heck? Here's a full speed view from spectator cam. You can really see the violence here. And Portbot's going to Torture City again. Oh, God. I think that might have been driver's side. Goforth navigates the chaos. Brogan doesn't. I think Exo Tiger's good. Terry Bollea takes the hit, and Tiger Man does as well. Exo Tiger looks like he's all good. Brogan is not. The C's part for Hamill. Cody Goforth is clean. Ben's clean. What a mess. What a mess. And the culprit of the day gets away. Ezery destroying plenty of fast cars here. Looking at the count here. Going to be 25 to go when they get here. Derek Hamill pitted. Now, this is an interesting play here by Hamill. If he can stretch the fuel all the way to the end here and see everyone else pit, this could be a huge gamble for Hamill. I believe a few other drivers may have also been on the same gamble. Cilio Willie still on track. Ben DeStraw still on track. I mean, trying something different to get the edge could be the difference between victory and defeat. Portbot, Nick, Terry Bollea, Beach Brutus, Mako Kit, RS the Anime Guy, Tiger Man, Brogan are all out. Top 10 back to KSS BSS. And Jake is going to be taking this thing back under green. A restart with 25 to go. This is a very interesting play here by these drivers. We'll see what happens. And here comes a 77 to green. Looking at the top 10, seeing what's going to be. I think everybody's back on the same slate right now. So Chris Puckerboy making up the ground on the inside. Wyatt Junkman looking for a top 10 spot. Wide open shot down the back. You can see just how much less of this pack is here. A little bit of a slower corner for Newhouse. Him and that one racer found each other on track, hoping to work together, but the 10 has got a lot of speed here. Might not be able to keep up for the 34. Seto got herself in the top 5. Jake's dropping back on the restart. Toad Warriors taking the lead. Zent's up to second. And look at what's going on here. Junkman running around that higher lane. Hyperdrive on the inside, working with Puck. Top 10 spots are very valuable. They're working on securing these goods here. Taking a look at, I think the Puff, Bendy Straw, and a few others able to relatively keep up. You can kind of see no like really super slow drivers here. So these ones you see on screen, these are everyone that's here. The top few are kind of pulling away right now, but that kind of by design. They're fast. Hopefully don't try to burn up everything they have. That would be a bit embarrassing. KSS BSS, he's in the fight here. 3 wide. They got Junkman on the outside. Ringo looking for more spots. Get himself in the top 10. Get himself pretty good. And Wyatt Junkman on the outside. Definitely dropping a little bit there. Billy Mays, one of our fantasy drivers, actually in a half-decent position, kind of competing with these guys. Very underdog story for that 19 team. RBV's got himself in the top 20, making the pass for 19th. Cody Goforth rounding out top 20. Hamill is on the outside. He may have dropped spots there, but he's still showing that he has speed with his most recent pit stop there. Born ready to the lead up front. Exo Tiger in that 99. He might be on the same strategy as the 8. Both these drivers looking for kind of a reversal in fortune from earlier in the race. They haven't been the fastest. The 84 is just kind of meandering back there. Cilio Willie's got it suboptimal run. These are kind of barely in the top 30. There's only 32 drivers on the track. The Puff rounding out the runners of the field. And Hyperdrive is looking for more. That 33 team is on the rise. They're taking second place away. Seeing what all they've got. Look at some of these wider shots. Not like super wide that Spectator Cam normally has, but you can see more. Honestly, TV2 might be the best for this track. Ringo's got himself in the top 10. They're all kind of single filed out to where they are. Seeing Eric Monaco top of 3. Just kind of starved for action, but we kind of saw a very highly intense piece of action there going through turn 1. courtesy of the 17 team. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be this driver post-race. Esri is going to have to pay for his crimes. But Toad Warrior and Hyperdrive, 1-2 right now. Honestly, with the top 3 or 4 even, you can kind of squint your eyes and see it as a Season 1 race. But there's quite a bit of drivers you have to cut out there. As the new gens and the old guard are battling for supremacy. And some drivers are caught in the middle of the crossfires. Zentz, Seto, Ringo, where would you rank them among the history of this series? 8 seasons in, and the competition is still solid. Hyperdrive to the lead. The 33's got himself wound up out front. He is looking good. A little bit further back, the Puff actually made a spot up. The 7, not the fastest either. Seto's 24, very fast. Chevrolet pushing on the inside. They got 3 lanes of work going on. The lead is still a highly contested battle as Seto thinks about going 4 wide, but second guesses herself for the better. That's going to cost Misty Viper some positions there. The 40 dropping that back. Mizzou 11th. Wyatt Junkman 12th. Maybe 12th or 13th, but the positions are really still on the exchange. Team Duke, Craig Newhouse, even outside the top 10, the battles are still very much alive. Side by side is at a premium here. And out front, Toad Warrior and Hyperdrive continue to waltz the lead back and forth with each other. Seeing a little bit of a packs breaking up in the back. Kyle D definitely conserving something. Every driver has a plan. Whether or not that plan actually works is an entire thing, is a different thing entirely. Zent going bottom of 3, looking for third here. You see all those drivers kind of packed up there on where he is. Now, one thing about the points that I haven't mentioned that might come into play here is if the 2 team of Chris Puckerboy can do good enough, they might be a threat for a playoff spot. It sounds absurd, but the 2 has really overperformed this season. Currently sitting 18th in points, just looking for a little bit of extra help. This 2 team could be a real contender. Maybe not. Might be a bit too ambitious for that team. Ringo's looking inside, spots. Seto's up on the outside. Canadian Lux. They're seeing those breaking up into groups right now. Hamill's leading the group that he's got. Seeing this tail of drivers just kind of ride around right here. Team Duke, Esri, Cody Goforth. I think the 60 has a little bit more urgency to push it, but most of the other guys are just kind of lounging in the safety of fewer numbers. The top 3 are all pretty cleared out, but outside that is going to be an absolute nightmare to sort out. That one racer taking the 4th position as so many others are racing hard where they are. Mizzou's 78, trying to hang out for a top 10, looking for good points. Ever since Season 4, he's been a pretty solid staple in the playoffs, even when he hasn't been that good, making those upset wins, but I think the luck might be running out for the 78 team. Canadian Lux up on the outside. Junkman's got himself in the top 10 if he can complete the pass on the 9, which he does. And they're both looking to get it around Ringo there. Zentz is the first one to break down pit road. To see plenty of drivers coming in that time. Hyperdrive stays out. Plenty of those pitters coming in. Now, I think this might be a bit too ambitious to say you can make it all the way on that final stop if you pitted on the last caution lap. But at the very least, we will see what comes of this. Hyperdrive, that one racer. What's the gamble going to be? The 33 comes in. The 10 stays out. Puck comes in. Ringo comes in. Plenty of drivers near the back staying out. Racer getting that lap led. Oh! Oh dear. Junkman. Gonna be a yellow flag. Oh dear, it happened again. I think this time it kind of didn't lap too many drivers, but at the same time, we got plenty of drivers that are going to have to make this one work. Right at the end of the run, the 5 being the subject of the yellow flag here. He's already a lap down, and it got worse for him. Oh, howdy the 9. I think these two kind of had a bit of a disagreement coming down pit road. Yeah, I think the 9 kind of took out his frustration there. Thankfully, this time, everybody avoids Junkman, so no big accident to really close out this race. But at the same time, that's going to split the drivers that did and didn't pit. I actually think that there's a good amount of drivers that did pit. A couple of them did get their lap back. So Hyperdrive, Chris Puckerboy doing a solid job. But other than that, not so lucky. Drivers coming in include Racer, Misty Viper, Esri, Mizzou. Cody Goforth is in. I think Hamill came in the other time by, so tough break for the 8 team. Again, Team Duke staying out. Interesting call by the 21. Team Duke is staying out to try to win this thing. Big upset potential. There's only about not very many lead lap drivers. Taking a look at where it comes out to. Misty Viper, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So 11 drivers that are true lead lap in Team Duke trying to steal the way on this race. A 4-lap dash. Some of the drivers that also got put a lap down. Ringo, Toad Warrior. They can fight amongst themselves for the positions, but at the same time, tough break for these drivers. The 9, mutually assured destruction on the 5, but they're both a lap down. Was it worth it? We'll find out. Right now, Team Duke is 4 laps away from pulling off the heist of the season. 32 drivers still on track. We will see what the 21 has. Can it happen? We'll have to find out. I mean, that's the gap back to Misty Viper. You see it. That's about a solid number of drivers right there. About 19 or so cars. All right, 4 laps to go. Team Duke. All eyes on the 21. He's getting a good run down to 1. He just needs to keep it easy. But these drivers that are racing for position around him are all going to be like hogs. Is it going to happen? They're going to get to the inside of him, so Team Duke's kind of in a creation of his own doing. He gets down to the inside. And Team Duke's throwing in the towel. He's coming in. Look into the lead. Hyperdrive and Misty Viper going side by side for it. 3 to go. Misty to the outside. Hyper to the inside. Chris Puckerboy is there. Cody Goforth looking for a great finish to end this one off. I think Hyperdrive has this one made, though. He's got Bendy Straw back there, just looking for it. Oh, Goforth. Unscheduled pit stop for Goforth and a few others coming in. Racer, Misty Viper. Honestly, this brings into question the leaders. Can they make it? Hyperdrive has 2 laps to ice this one off. Chris Puckerboy back there. What's it going to be? You see Team Duke merging back in traffic. But 33, he's clear of them. As Hyperdrive has to hold off Puck. RBV around the outside. White flag in the air. One more time around for Hyperdrive. RBV is taking second place away. He's 1 pass away from getting this one done. But Hyperdrive he's got himself a clear path ahead. Can he hold on? Down the back, you see the swarm-again of drivers in front of him. But through 3 and 4, it's not going to be enough for anyone to take it away. Hyperdrive, 282. Gets seasonal win number 3 at Michigan. Oh, we got a smoker in front. We got a smoker. That's Angel Madfia. Remember, he still has to finish the race, but I don't think he will. All the drivers that he's around, they've already finished. Good finishes around by all. We'll take a look at the drivers coming to the line. Some top 10 spots up for grabs. I think Toad Warrior is going to get 8th. Misty Viper 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be Ringo. Even the drivers that had those emergency pit stops still getting good finishes. Angel Madfia. Unfortunate day there. And that is a day to be had. We'll take a look at the final results here. Up and down this page. Some of the drivers already pitted to get off the track. I think Bendy Straw and RBV did finish. But that's all for this race. Till next time, take care.